Nobody can stop me, nobody can hold me, nobody control me.
Welcome back to the MVP's Lounge. I'm your host, The King, and we're joined today with Frank to review Clash at the Castle.
Yep.
As we like to say, better late than never. This pay-per-view was kind of cheeks, so, you know, it explains why. The first match of the night, we had Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles in an I Quit match for the undisputed Universal Championship. I'm gonna let you start with this one.
So this match, obviously I wasn't really expecting AJ to realistically win, although I did have a way of booking him to win that didn't hurt Cody. Obviously they didn't go in that direction, but it was an okay match. It was really, really slower than I would have liked it to be. Um, I Quit matches too typically tend to be much rougher. They tend to be like that. I expect more violence in an I Quit in an I Quit match than I got in this one. Like there was bare minimal bloodshed, and I don't expect people to go out there and be like Eddie Guerrero and JBL, but I still was expecting more than what we got. It was okay though. Um, it sufficed. It was a good opening match. It was a good match to open the show, but like I said, overall, I was expecting more. Cody's got to step it up, man. He's got to. He's Now I would say this: it's no fault of his own. There aren't a lot of established guys on SmackDown already who have been built up enough to really be able to face him. But they're kind of going in the same direction with him as they went with Roman. It's just like if you're going to be the guy and take the title off a guy who held the title for 4 years, you're going to have to go through some of the same rigors he went through. And Cody's had help along the way because Roman held the WWE down during the fucking pandemic and was putting on great fucking matches and telling great stories and shit like that. All right, Cody, you starting out slow, so I'm hoping at some point in time you can get this really going and make some intriguing storylines. This one, when they reintroduced AJ, I was kind of like, okay, like maybe they could go in a direction where really have AJ win. But as time went by, I was like, they're not gonna have AJ. Just really don't have anybody else for him to face at this point in time, unfortunately. So I'm looking towards SmackDown to see who's next. I'm guessing it's going to be Solo. It could possibly be Randy. Randy was looking at the belt kind of hard after the match, after they had to run in with Solo afterwards. So it's TBD as far as what they do with him next.
Personally, we talked about it already. I would have rather that AJ Styles got the win here via taking Mama Rhodes and holding her hostage, whether he did it or whether Gallows and Anderson did it, and it forced Cody to choose between the belt or his mom. And I'm pretty sure after losing Dusty, he don't want to lose another parent, so he would have chosen his mother. But at least you have a story there, like built now, where it's like, oh, he had to choose, to save his family over keeping the belt. And at least now you can go to the next pay-per-view with AJ and at least have this like blood feud going like with them. This way, even though you don't have enough people on the roster for him to face, you at least got this strong feud that can at least go to at least SummerSlam and at least carry to
And
then.
even if it did, at least it could have got you the Money in the Bank, and that would have given you time to still build somebody up.
Exactly. But nonetheless, Cody gets the W, forces AJ to quit by holding the steel steps above him, and yeah, it ends with him and Solo looking to possibly be the future challenger. So, woohoo! All right. women's tag team titles match. Triple threat. Shayna and Zoe Starks versus Jade and Bianca versus Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. Now, I personally enjoyed this match, even though it was only like Jade made like well, Jade made like one mistake really. That was her fault really in this match, and it wasn't the ropes. It wasn't that spot because that was something that should have been addressed after that first match. But the only real mistake she really made was like tapping in front of the camera, and like yeah, it looked kind of weird. I think she was trying to signal something else, but it looked like a tap, so they're using that against her. Well, besides that, like match was good. I just wish that when Alba and Isla won, like beforehand, they had some build up behind them. Like they literally had them lose clean on Raw, like literally the week prior, and it just made them look weak, and they haven't been built up at all. So it was a great win for them. Like it's just story wise, it just looked weird for them winning.
It made zero sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
But they really just let's keep it a band. That was well, out of all these people wrestling on this card that's from here, that's really the only ones that they could give a win to. So that's basically what that was. It was an excuse to give somebody from Scotland a win. Because, like you just said, they hadn't been booked strongly. Hell, they just returned back to TV good. So, yeah, it made no sense them winning. But I digress. There wasn't much to miss from this match. That division needs some more teams and some rejuvenation pronto. So, yeah, that's really about it.
On to the next. Samuel Zayn versus Chadwick Gable for the IC title.
This was a damn good match. Good match, great stories. Really, really good match. I thought it overall was great. Not a huge fan of the ending, but I'm guessing they have something planned for this, planned for Gable. I was hoping he would beat Sammy at this point, considering how much he's been losing and at pay per views. So I was hoping they would give him a chance to redeem himself, but that seemed to be the case. So I don't know what they have planned for him going forward. Guess we're going to find out soon, which we'll get to on another topic. But yeah, great match. Just not a fan of the ending. I really wish Gable had won this. I mean, because there's still story that could have been told a different way, but it is what it is. Still a great match overall, though.
No, true. It was a phenomenal match. It's just I also thought Gable was gonna at least get his win here. Like I thought Otis was gonna turn, and then we get the pop, but his accidental turn causes Sammy to lose instead, and Gable gets his W. But nope, other way around. Gable is distracted by Otis and Maxine leaving, and then as soon as he gets back in the ring, Haluva kick to the face, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I don't know where the Gable story goes from here. He did resign, so we'll see where it heads towards for him. On to the next match, which was pretty much match of the night: Bailey versus Piper Niven for the women's championship.
This was, for me, probably the best match on the card. Um, Piper looked incredible. Like she looked like a legit, real threat. And of course, there's some idiots out here who don't really truly understand how wrestling works. They just like arguing online about saying how much they know how it works, but no. So Piper losing isn't a burial, and I wish that is one of the most overly used terms in all of wrestling history, especially with these idiot fans of today. You don't truly understand what a burial is. Her taking a loss to the champion who's already been established for years and had a whole build up and story to this to someone who had never really had any singles matches on TV didn't really make any sense. It was a quick build to get her on the card, but she's excelled in this entire thing. So if anything, this just put her further up the totem pole and made it seem like, hey, Piper is a real can be a real threat going forward. So overall, the match did what it needed to do, and it wasn't like she just flat out beat Piper. She beat her by escaping. She didn't beat Piper just by finishing her with some incredible with a finisher or something. No, she escaped her. She essentially hit her with a fucking roll up and managed to get the move off that way.
I agree.
But
Piper
it was a
Niven built herself up
yeah.
like for weeks now, and even in this loss, she's still like up. Like there's nothing. She's not diminished. She's not buried. Like she's still a prime contender for
That's
that
just
title.
because exactly. It's just because people don't understand. Because you got these losers out here who think, oh, if a person loses now, they can't ever challenge for a title again, or they're they're just going to be thought of as a loser. Nobody has an undefeated record, so losing is not going to kill your momentum. It's okay. It only your momentum is only hurt if you're losing multiple times cleanly to people who are at your level or lower. Piper Niven lost at a pay per view by getting pinned by the champion in an escape. She didn't lose just, just, oh, she hit her move, finished her off, end of feud. Bailey escaped. She survived Piper Niven. She didn't just flat out beat her. So yeah, it was a great match, great finish. I liked it all. Bailey is I'm I'm at this point willing to put Bailey in my top five women's wrestlers all time for a myriad of reasons too. It ain't just the ring stuff. Bailey is just great overall.
1,000
I fucks
percent
with
true.
Bailey.
1,000%. Bailey is. Uh,
Bailey is the best of the
yeah.
four horsewomen. I don't know if people have caught on to that yet or realized that. I know, Sasha got her fan base, Charlotte got hers, Becky got hers. Bailey's better than all of them.
Mm-hmm.
She's you could arguably say, well, Charlotte's more athletic, but Charlotte botches a lot. She's more athletic than Becky. Again, same thing with Sasha. Her and Sasha's athleticism are on par with one another, and again, Sasha botches a lot. Becky just a very good in-ring worker. She's a better talker than all of them as a face or a heel. Definitely better than all of them as faces, and just as good as all of them, if not better, as a heel. She's got a great look.
She's got a
Bailey
great
just
look. Wink.
she, wink, wink. Bailey just overall rules, bro. Like she is the best of the four horsemen. Like, slowly but surely, people are going to start to see and understand if they don't already know.
Yeah,
So it's
they
down to
she
really
she's
out.
got that division
Like,
down on lock. Um, her next opponent probably not Money in the Bank, but for SummerSlam when it with Naya, um, yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Let's see what happens.
definitely looking forward to that.
Main event time. Drew Mackey. If it ain't Mackey, it ain't me. Against what was he call himself? El Campeon.
El Campeón, Damian Priest.
This match could have been
I,
match of the night, low key.
it also could have been match of the night. Very good match. Very good match. There's a couple of iffy spots in there, and they still made it look great. Uh, we definitely need to have a conversation about motherfuckers that was disrespecting Damian Priest. It's definitely time to put some respect on his name because a lot of people might not be willing to admit this. Damian Priest's reign as champion. The two people who came out of WrestleMania as champion. Damian Priest has looked like the better of those by far, and it ain't in particular close. And even before WrestleMania, Damian has looked good for quite a while. His look, physically, his ring work, his ability to speak, he's just overall looked the part and played the part very freaking well. That match was freaking awesome. The ending to it, fan fucking tastic. I actually called that, I believe, in our review. I was just like pointing out, I said, hey, CM Punk's in the neighborhood. I'm pretty sure he's gonna cost Drew that title. And lo and behold, Drew gets a chance to win. Who waltzes down to the ring after the ref takes a bump? It's fucking CM Punk. Give him no fake count to win the match. That camera angle was money, by the way.
Camera angle was money because the way he slid in, you couldn't even tell. And like, he stopped that too. I was like, oh, this nigga right here.
I said, oh, this motherfucker. I said, not him screwing Drew again. But for people that complained about the finish, because this is the thing people got to understand, bro. It's about the storytelling overall. Everybody just like, what about the moment? What about the moment? And everybody lives off of moments, and then when it comes to then what? What are you doing? When it comes to after the fact of the moment is over, and you ask any of these people who have a problem with this, and you ask them, and then what? Same thing we were speaking to Glenn about, and then what? You got the moment, and then what afterwards? Like, it's like people fail to realize, hey, it's stuff going on after this. There's other stories being told that relate to this, that if we just give this one moment, we're canceling out other stories. When we can still get more story from this, not only on this particular angle, but multiple angles. Why cut yourself short for one story when you could expound upon 2 and 3 other stories? And bigger moment going forward for not just this storyline, but multiple storylines. It's like people, again, it goes back to what I was saying. It's like people really truly don't understand how wrestling works, seriously. But yeah, man, overall, great match, great finish. Priest is the real deal. Priest is the top champion in the company right now, in my eyes.
For
He's
sure.
at the very top.
That dude, yeah, he definitely way better than Cody. Y'all argue about this with that because it ain't the case, bro. Like, yeah, for y'all out there caping for Cody, saying that this run has been fantastic, I need y'all to put down the coke, put down the weed, and relax, because it's not. You're bugging. But that was Clash at the Castle. It was an alright show. Could have been better, but can't complain. Next one will be Money in the Bank on July 6th, I believe.
Definitely interesting to see how that comes to fruition.
Yeah, we'll definitely hit y'all with a possible Money in the Bank members prediction in the future before then. But till then, we'll see y'all next time here in the MVP's Lounge. The MVPs. All right.
You must be sleeping under a rock or something.